Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another episode of our Subnautica Below Zero Early Access Let's Play, and things are a little bit different. You may notice that things in my inventory are different than they were the last time. There was an update to Windows, and for whatever reason, when I tried to do the fourth episode, this episode, well, I did the fourth and fifth episodes back to back, and then I got out and went to look at them and their recordings and realized that all, say an hour of video had been recording my second monitor, which just has my OneNote and my game notes. So I ran up another Robin, and I'm hoping very much that she is in pretty much a similar place to where we were with episode 3. So yeah, things may be a little bit different, but we'll try and make it all dovetail together. That being said, I think all we need to do at the moment to get our Seatruck is build a power cell. The other problem is, well, I have a memory now of doing those 2 episodes and an hour more of video, so we may run into difficulties as my memory fragments between this reality and that one. Let's see how it all works out. Extra challenge for the win. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Oh, right thing. Up we go. Use our vehicle bay and build ourselves a Seatruck. So I'm making these more at a time so that I can put them up more in a week to try and catch us up a bit to where we were in the previous versions of this series, since we've done it twice before already. I'm really hoping we get much further because I really do love this. There is something else I want to do in sort of at least a very similar sci-fi vein, and somewhat similar sci-fi corporate statement vein. Anyway, we'll hopefully get to that as well. Now, let's get into our Seatruck. And we want to find the cylindrical structure there. I marked there in blue the alien Stella, which is something I found in my premonitions of this journey. Robin is very prescient and also slightly homicidal with the Seatruck, but you know. Thunk, I really feel bad every time I hit one. Alright, I'm gonna punch out here and grab that table coral. And there is the SOS signal. I no longer remember if we saw that in episode 3 or heard that in episode 3 or in the episode that I did. Either way, ooh, shark. When trucks attack sharks. When trucks attack. Truck has no mercy. Truck has no soul. Alright. 1 dead shark, 1 live robin. Okay, sparkly cable, cylinder structure. I tried even to get most of the points right, you know, except for the ones that I made later. Ooh, what's that? Is that just glowy stuff? Need to be careful. Our submarine Seatruck here works until 150 meters. We don't have any depth modules at the moment. I think I picked up an Altera communication. I don't know what this is. Well, I would have had a small outpost in Twisty Bridges if I hadn't dropped my builder tool, and if brute sharks weren't so vicious. There's no way I can get it back as long as that thing is swimming around. I'll have to find another way to fabricate a base. I don't know if that's the one that I picked up or not. Just in general, again, I don't imagine devs watch what I do. I have no illusions about being, you know, that important in the YouTuber world, but Games that only have one save may seem like a really, really good idea from your gameplay perspective. However, from a user/gamer perspective, when things happen, it means there's really no backup. You know? I mean, sure, for me it was just a recording that went bad, which means that I have to run a character up again, but, you know, if the save were to be corrupted or if something else went wrong, say, you know, power went out, whatever, it can really cause problems. I think too many times decisions are made by what maybe it's taught in game design, I don't know, but I see this a lot. Developers who think their game must be played only the way they believe it should be played, and that if someone enjoys it in a different fashion, they are doing it wrong. If people buy your game and enjoy it, shouldn't that really be enough? Do you need to brute force them into doing it some other way?
New technology acquired.
The Rebreather, which is going to come in very handy. Let's just take our scanner out and check around. I think we had already done this, or we were doing it in the new episodes, scanning things like resources and plants. All right. Take Diablo, for instance. I play Diablo differently, I think, than Diablo was intended to be played. Let's go build our Rebreather. For me, I play Diablo, I run up every class, max them out, and I kid you not, what I enjoy the most about Diablo is getting the weapons and then sorting out weapons and armor through all the classes until they are just ideal, or at least have the best things. So when I'm playing like, wow, I don't even remember the classes. But if I'm playing a warrior type character and I find like a rogue type weapon or a mage type weapon, then, you know, I love nothing more than putting that in the shared stash and going back to base and, you know, giving it to the rogue. And that makes me really happy. Happier than, you know, fighting bosses and running rifts and all that stuff. You know, does that invalidate my way of having fun? I mean, sure, it may be weird to someone else. Like, you know, I loved Mass Effect's item system, the inventory in Mass Effect 1. I thought it was a terrible shame that they got rid of it. But, let's see, wiring kit, fiber mesh, silicone rubber. Wiring kit is silver. We might have. Okay, that's enough for a wiring kit. Fiber mesh and silicone, was that it? So build our wiring kit. And our rebreather, so that will let us survive longer at lower depths.
Facilitates extensive free diving by recycling air more efficiently at significant depths. Breathe the freedom.
Okay. And while we have more than enough to do that, we don't necessarily need to do that. What is this? Advanced materials. Synthetic fibers with ruby and a spiral plant clipping. Okay. Now we have our rebreather. I'm guessing because it wants me to build one of these, we have a significant amount of titanium. Let's drop some off and see what we have inside for space available. Put our table coral in, titanium by 2. And you'll notice I kept my flares this time, at least one flare. I did keep commenting in the videos, I think, that I made that didn't really work. That, if only I had a flare. But yeah, I think sometimes people get a little carried away with how they think a thing should be and try to bend everyone to their will. It happens for writing and other artists as well, I imagine. I know I wrote a book. I wrote a whole wide novel. And, you think to yourself it will go one way, and as you write, you begin to realize, hey, this is going in a different way. You can fight with it, or you can accept that, hey, you know what? This actually works in another way. In lighting design, very often I would find that because you're working with hundreds of lights at a time, and I mean hundreds and hundreds, even potentially thousands, depending on how big the show is, but you will find one light that you will fight tooth and nail for what might take less than 5 minutes to focus one light. You've spent an hour on this one, trying to bend it to your will. And what I realized after a very, very long time, many years of doing this, is that when I was fighting a light that much, the odds are there was a better thing for that light to be doing, and it would usually only take me a minute or two to look around and go, oh, you know what, I need this here. I could just change what I was doing just a little bit, make my life easier, and make the show better. I think, in my view, forcing people to play a game because that was just your idea to begin with does not necessarily equal as much fun for you or the player as figuring out how that new way or new direction or any alternative direction might work. Now, I'm not saying, just take all the rules out and let people do anything they want at any given time, but, there has to be a point where you can bend the rules, or, perhaps you see that altering them significantly will make it a more fun experience. In this other game that I want to show you guys, we will see some very significant examples of this, but although it took them a little while, they did, eventually listen to their community and realize, wow, this could be better. Or at least it could allow more people to enjoy it differently than we had envisioned. Alright, I don't know why I went off on that, but oh right, the whole only having one save thing. In general, save points, checkpoints in games, and single saves, these were technical limitations, not ideals. It's like people have idolized now the technical limitations instead of remembering that they were technical limitations that now are even easy for consoles with hard drives. Consoles, let's face it, are essentially PCs with a skin on them. But, yeah.
Hello? Is someone there?
In a manner of speaking. We're running out of time.
Uh-oh. Must have. Would you like to come home with me? Just go wait in the Seatruck. I'll feed you whatever you want. Alright, well.
What is all this?
Seeking emergency storage medium.
I
Okay.
can help you better if you show yourself.
If we could show ourselves, we would not need storage.
Ah.
You mean you don't have a physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect?
Storage medium identified.
We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help?
Host, you
Can
say?
use
Nope, I'm
my
out.
PDA for storage?
Just kidding.
You are not with the group from before. Your cybernetic components bear their signal.
Altera? No, my equipment is, borrowed.
What to do?
You can come too. I'll build you guys a little colony that you can play around in. Hello. That was cool. I'm going to take your ion cube and play with it for a moment. And then we'll grab another. Okay. And yet another. The ion cube of ion cubes.
How long have you been stored here?
Longer than you.
Warning. Sanctuary power critical.
Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is complete.
Okay, what could go wrong?
Okay, hurrying.
Insert storage medium. Oh, Robin.
Storage medium accepted. Brace for transfer.
Brace? What's happening?
Transferring.
And thus was born Robin's Cube. As opposed to Rubik's.
How do you feel?
Why do
Cubed.
you sound like you're inside my head?
The facility identified hospitable capacity within your cerebral cortex.
You are in my head? I offered you my PDA. Get out!
Oh no. Does your kind perceive a boundary between cybernetic and organic components?
My mind is not a component.
You sound angry. We will allow your mind to process.
Don't you go silent on me.
Robin? Robin, we really need to go.
This is not happening.
Oh,
That's the explanation. It's not happening.
no, Robin. That's not how we process things. We've got an alien super AI of ancient and epic proportions in our head. But look, Robin, you already have me in your head, so the more the merrier. All we need are a few spider guys. We could have an army. We could be, who knows, we can be a force for good, an evil villain. Both. Hi. Okay, we're slower on the bridge than we are normally. Maybe she felt she had to walk with decorum. You know, I don't know that I've ever gone... Oopsie, this way. Let's go see what this way does. Probably nothing exciting, but, you know, hey, we're explorers. Can we scan any of this stuff? Can we scan one of those? Did I not even try? What am I thinking? No, 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 no. Come back down, please. Okay, I want to see what it says. Alien robot. This device is of alien origin, although its design is relatively simple. 1. Purpose. Its low threat level is at odds with the advanced technology apparently available to its designers, suggesting it was intended more to patrol alien facilities and repair damaged infrastructure than to deter invaders. Those Dwemer were onto something with their spiders. 2. Design. Despite its simple design, this construction is quite elegant in its minimalism. 4 electromagnetic legs allow it to traverse floors, walls, and a ceiling with reasonable speed and appear to be replaceable. Internally, there are few moving parts, rendering this construct energy efficient and resistant to wear over time. A rechargeable ion-based power reserve ensures it continues to operate. Seriously though, we should learn to make those, Robin. Can we ask our new passenger? Can we ask our new roommate? Okay, off we go. What is that? A creature egg. A big creature egg. Wow. Wonder what... Maybe it builds one of those big monsterish things. There's another one. Well, we'll come back if we need it. It's kind of big, which means it would take up storage too. We used to have to scan these, but it looks like that is no longer true. I discovered that the last time I went through here when I was recording my notes, because recordings of non-moving text are incredibly exciting. Anyway, I realized we don't have to scan these, and I imagine it was because it probably led to a number of Robin fatalities trying to keep breathing and find, I think there were like 17 of them that had to be scanned. They really like hiding whatever those big creature eggs are in the corners and crevices. Okay, so hey, look at that. I am pointed right back at the Seatruck. What are you? Seatruck, right? Seatruck fragment. Well, we may as well pick up some titanium. And I did nose around down there. I didn't see anything spectacular. Though I can't quite remember. It does feel to me as if it goes deeper than it did before. I could be wrong. Can we scan these? No. I mean, look at how deep this goes. We're at 280. I'm getting a little nervous, and that sound is not helping me feel better. Okay. There is something right there. I'm going to make a dash for it. Switching. Seatruck storage module fragment. Okay, complete. What is that? Man, I am really ooh-shiny. I hope that thing doesn't eat me. Whatever it is, we're going to grab that, and we are going to get out of here. Blueprints synthesized from alien resource. Fascinating. On our way, we are going to stop and grab this and that, just in case. Switching back. Okay, I think we should probably wrap up this episode, and I should go out and check to make sure that it has indeed recorded. Thank you. So, we'll do this first, whatever this is.
We understand this arrangement is undesirable to you.
Oh, well, that's good.
You're not real. Go away.
To go, we require a suitable body for transfer.
Why do you keep saying we? How many of you are there?
One of us and all of us. We do not think of ourselves as individual, distinct. If it will make you comfortable, I can use the singular.
Oh yes, that's what's bothering me. Thank you.
Snark, I love
Why
it.
don't you start by telling me who you are?
You may append your seed code to my species designation. Please call me Alan.
Alan? My whole life I've been dying to meet a sapient spacefaring alien up close, and you're telling me your name is Alan?
Is it insufficient?
No, it's fine. It's perfect. Where are you from, Alan?
Your kind calls us architects.
The precursor race? But what are you doing here?
That is a long story. Perhaps you will prefer to focus on the construction of a new storage medium to which I may transfer.
Yes. Fine, absolutely. How do we get you out of my head?
I have added the information to your databank. You will need to find the necessary components.
Any idea where I can find them?
It is unclear. I have been disconnected from my network for so long I cannot locate the coordinates.
Okay, I didn't want to go out and play with things. Actually, that just looks like a Seatruck fragment. It looks like we need some water. We really need some water. Okay, what I think we will do is, as I said, we will bring the episode to a close here. Oh, let's grab that. Just to be sure. Get a couple titanium, head back to the truck. I think I will go on a little hunt to grab some bladderfish. I will head back to base. Is that a bladderfish or one of the... There's another one that looks like it. The featherfish. I'll head back to base, whip us up some water, and then we will head to Delta Station Dock, which is formerly known, at least by me, as Rocketta Base. So, I would like to say thank you so much for joining me and Robin and Alan. Oh, what does Alan mean when he says you may append your seed code to my designation? Is that what he means? What? Does anybody get that? I don't. I can't say as I quite understand. But every time he says it, I wish I knew. Anyway, so leave a comment if you know what he's talking about. Please, I would really appreciate it. I always appreciate it, as a matter of fact. You guys really help me keep going. Anyway, I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe even just a little bit informative. I would like to invite you to think of something you are truly grateful for, something which brings your heart joy. Oh, as much as it apparently makes the Seatruck happy to hear that thunk. Let it brighten your day and warm your heart. Really, give yourself a little break from all the less pleasant things and really just focus for a moment on something you love. Most of all, I would like to ask you to please, please, take care.